Today we're going to use autogpt in order to make a market making trading bot. So what is market making? Let's ask ChatGPT. Let's go ahead and say what is market making and what are some good strategies for it. Let's go ahead and talk about market making. So market making is a strategy used by financial institutions such as banks and hedge funds and individual traders to provide liquidity in financial markets. Market makers facilitate trading by continuously offering to buy and sell financial instruments such as stocks, bonds, options, and cryptocurrencies at the bid and ask levels that they set. Some good market making strategies include inventory management, quoting strategy, order book analysis, statistical arbitrage, risk management, algorithmic trading. And what I want to do here is get autogpt to write this for us. So let's go ahead and start it up. And how do we execute it? Let's go ahead and say python-m autogpt, and then we'll do GPT-3 only for now. And yesterday I was doing some sports. I was seeing if it could predict games, but we won't do that. Maybe if you want me to do a video on sports betting here on this channel, for sure, let me know. And let's jump over here. So what we want to do is market maker, and write me a PDF paper with the best market making idea. And then we'll say this market maker strategy you build should have a 3+ sharp. The strategy should have a very low to no drawdown. The strategy should have a 100% or better return on the year. Let's see what else. Use your skills to make sure it's safe. I don't even know what that means. And let's see what else we can add in here. See how we can use the order book in order to make this better. Output a PDF at the end with the strategy so I can then build it. So I'm not gonna have it try to build it for me. I just want a really good paper created about this strategy. And it's thinking, as you can see. So let's see what it does next. So let's start by browsing the web for some market making strategies that have been successful in the past. We can use this information to build our own strategy. So as you can see, it's browsing the web, and the action it's going to do is it's going to browse a website and it's going to browse Investopedia, which is pretty cool. And I know I could have done that as well, but it's going to keep doing it. Watch. I'm going to say yes and then do it, let's say 25 times. So a lot of people are like, oh my goodness, you're using so many credits. And yeah, I'll spend some money on credits because I think this is important to do. So you can see it just opened up a browser here. It's on Investopedia. So it's reading and learning about market making now. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and actually build out a bit of a market maker or some tools that I wanna use in a market maker. I've been building a lot here on this channel actually. And we're gonna build those tools out and after this, or actually while it's working. So let's watch it for a few minutes and just see. You can see it's grabbing all the text. It has 16,000 characters. It's adding some to memory, adding chunk 2, summarizing chunk 3, added chunk 3 summary to memory. So pretty neat that it's reading all of this. And then let's see what it goes on to next. So it says the text doesn't provide successful market making strategies. It explains the market makers provide liquidity and depth to markets by actively quoting two-sided markets in particular securities. So that was kind of a description it learned from it. And then the next action you can see here in blue is it says start agent name market analysis task and analyze the market to identify patterns and trends. And then it says command agent market analysis created with key 0 first response. There are several factors that influence the market, including economic indicators, consumer behavior, industry trends, and so on and so on. I'm not going to read all of this out, but this is amazing, right? Like it's doing research for us. Message agent Can you provide more information on how we can analyze the market and identify patterns and trends? Certainly, there are several methods and tools that can be used to analyze the market and identify patterns and trends. Here are a few examples. Market research. Conducting market research can help us gather information about consumer behavior. And then you can see the next action is to execute a Python file. Arguments are this. So now it's going to go into some coding, it looks like, which is pretty neat. But while this is going, I want to actually code some stuff today. So you can see autogpt is now working for me while I work with ChatGPT to build a market maker. So we're going to do that here, and I'm going to copy over this file, and I'm going to let that run and see if that does anything while we build out this market maker, or these functions at least. So let's say 419, and we will say dydx mm.py. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to paste in this code, because this code we've been building with ChatGPT here for a long time, and it seems to work. So this code essentially helps us buy and sell on dydx, but now we're going to go ahead and update it to make it work for this market maker. So let's go ahead and call this 419. Updating this in order to work as a market maker. And I know this isn't going to be like a perfect market maker or whatever, but this is what I'm building. So what I do on this channel is just build and show you what I'm building for the day. And the two things we're going to do, so let's say to do, I'm going to go ahead and just delete all this information here. Well, yeah, well, I'll keep some of those down here that I haven't finished. But that looks like it's fixed here. Okay, so let's clean up our note sheet a little bit. And then what we're gonna do today is, let me turn around and look at my whiteboard. Okay, we're gonna enter positions as a maker, and exit positions as a taker. So what does that mean? Well, as a maker, that means we would pay less fees, and as a taker, we would pay more fees. What are those fees? Let's go ahead and look. I'm pretty sure it's, let's go to dydx fees, perpetual trade fees. Okay, so taker fees are this amount, but if you get up to this much in spend, then it can be all the way down to that amount. Now it's a lot, I know, but it's volume and you're using leverage, or you can use leverage, you don't have to. Actually, wouldn't recommend it, but that's a lot of volume to get to that cheap fee. So I'm gonna base all of this off of a 0.05. And then the maker fee is maker equals that, but it can be 0 if 50 M plus. Okay, so those are the two fees that we need. And from there, we can, is there any other fee reduction? If you hold 100,000 dydx, which is crazy. All right, so from here, what do we want to do? Let's check in on, so autogpt looks like it is kind of stuck, honestly. It's executing this command, nano order book analysis in working directory. We'll see if it fixes it. But if it can't, then it can't. And you know, I was pretty hyped on autogpt, but it seems like I need to try it out with GPT-4 in order for it to really get good. We'll see though. I'm just gonna let it keep running, and I'm gonna keep working with it with GPT-3. But let me know below if you've used it with GPT-4 yet. I'm still on the wait list. But we can use ChatGPT in order to fix this bot. So how do we want to do this? Let's go down here to our bot part here at the very bottom and figure out how we want to implement this. I kind of want to just start from fresh, because Well, I guess I don't need to start from fresh. Let's go ahead and say all of this. Daily max loss, see if we hit that. So we never go over max loss. And we want to enter positions we don't want to do this every 10 minutes thing anymore. I'm gonna say run market maker. Run market, or how should we do this? I guess we'll see on the way. Open market maker, open order, and then we'll do that. And I don't know what we're gonna do in here, but we're gonna do something to open the order. So are we buying or selling? I'm actually gonna delete that. Def. And then here we're gonna make the orders. This is where we are going to open the orders. Super volatile day today, as you can see. We had a huge dump last night. Probably well deserved with all the craziness going on with all the tiny micro caps. That's usually the showing that we have a dump coming on. A bunch of liquidity going into micro caps. But it's just an observation, doesn't really mean much. So from here we want to say first enter the order as a limit order, and then we want to exit as a taker order. Win in profit. So we want to get our position size to be how do we figure out our position size? Well, let's go ahead and look at dydx. And I just want a very small position size. Let's go over here. Let's trade ETH. And let's say 1 ETH. Oh. I forgot I don't have much in this account. 0.25 ETH. .25 ETH. 0.1 ETH. Okay. So 0.1 ETH will be our position size, but really we want a dollar amount. So a dollar amount of the position size. Have a variable up top. The USD size we want. Then calculate it. Size of position. So let's figure that out first. I think I have a function. I'm going to close all these functions so they're easier to read. But I believe I have a function somewhere in here that essentially will show us the size we want. And if we don't, we can make it. Close this logger. Quantity round, get step size, open, high, low, close, position info. If we don't have it, I think I'm just gonna do the old school way. Limit order, number formatter, market order, supply demand zone, get funding, rate, time, funding skipper. Okay, we actually don't have a converter. But I think that's going to be fine because we will just put in the amount we want. So up here, let's put 0.1, and we'll do ETH USD for now. And I need to do some math some maths. I think we should make a calculator here. Def fee calc, and this is gonna for taker, and then we'll put the taker order here as whatever I said it was up here. Oh, I should have grabbed the maker as well. So let's grab the maker and taker. Paste it in there. Okay, so the taker fee is going to be whatever our size is multiplied by, so taker fee equals, say taker fee equals that, and then maker fee equals that. Okay, so we have the maker and the taker fee, and now we just need to figure out what the price is. So we have to get the ask bid. So ask bid info equals ask bid symbol, and then we'll multiply it by the size of whatever size we chose. So position size is what it's called. So position size times the, let's get the ask. The ask equals ask bid info 0. And it would be position size times ask equals well, not quite. We need to take that and multiply it by the taker fee. And then we'll reset taker fee total. Let's do that. Let's call this taker fee USD equals that. And then we're gonna do the same thing, but for maker fee. This will be maker fee. And then we'll say print F for of symbol. Perfect. Okay, I think this is a good place to do a little testing. So let's go ahead and do that. So fee calc. We'll run this. Time.sleep. And we'll put a sleepy sleep there. And we'll run it. Oh, there we go. Okay, so one of them's not a float. So position size is not a float. And ask is not a float. So let's do a float of these. Float. And float of this. Well, I'm going to do this the easier way. Well, at this point, it's probably not easier, but let's say position size equals float dot position size. Well, that actually already is a float, so it's actually just the ask. AI sometimes gets on my nerves. Okay, so this should work now. I don't know why that took so long to run. Connect to the DYDX. Okay, so ask bid taker fee. Ask taker fee is a float. Position size is also a float. So which one's not a float? Oh, it's because sorry. That was an error. My bad. Ask. Sometimes you just gotta stare at it. Let's run it back. Should run now. Okay, perfect. So we have the taker and the maker fee now on that position size for 0.1 ETH. But I also want to see what is the percentage of that. So it's 3.9 cents. And let's say we want to make a $5 profit target. No, let's do a $10 profit target. Profit target equals $10 in USD. Okay, so if that's our profit target, how do we get there? How do we get to our profit target? So if it's 10, let's ask ChatGPT because I think this would be a cool one to ask. Of percentage move would we need to hit our profit target? Make a formula and put it into the function that will show us this. Okay, perfect. So to calculate the percentage move needed to hit the profit target, you can use the following formula. Percentage move equals profit target plus taker fee plus maker fee divided by position times ask. This will calculate the fee. Okay, I wrote all this. Profit target is 10 in USD. I wrote this as well. Okay, so let's get to the new stuff now. How to get the profit target. So percentage move equals profit target $10 plus the fees divided by the position size and ask. Return percentage move. Okay, let's try that. That looks good to me. I love AI. That's amazing that it just wrote that for us. Let's paste it in here. And,
Okay, I found this on the web for here.
Was not talking to you, girl. Okay, so in order to get a $5 target profit, we need a $10 profit. We need a 5% move. Okay, I'm just gonna check that because I just want to see. So the position size is 197, and then if I multiply that by 0.0512, that's a $10 target. Okay, that's perfect. So this is where we would put our orders. This is where we would put our sweet. I don't want to return this. Well, maybe I do. This works, and is where we would put the where we would need to exit. So maybe I should enter as a taker and exit as a maker. I'm gonna have to think about that. Or maybe maker both sides. Older ideas I can get to. So we have unlimited things to build, and I just try to share as much as possible here on YouTube. And if you want me to share more of this that I'm working on, just let me know in the comment section below. Remember, you get access to enter that $500 giveaway as well. So you just let me know what you're working on below, and you can have access to a $500 giveaway. So think about this. Should I enter as a taker and exit as a maker, or maker on both, or what, my dude? Okay, so we'll think about that a bit. Do I want to enter as a maker or a taker? I don't quite know. Maybe we want to do maker both sides. If we can trade enough, it could be free on both sides. Let's go ahead and say what happens if we trade with a little bit more. Let's say 0.5 ETH. Then what type of percentage move would we need to make that 10? A 1% move. Okay. But what if I didn't want $10 and I just wanted like $5? Okay, now we need a 0.5% move. And what if I just wanted $2? Need 0.27% move, and then $1 would be less than that. So I think this is a good place to pause and remind you, if this stuff is really hard for you, I have a bootcamp that I teach you everything step by step. There's a link for that below. Step-by-step training videos in more of a teaching manner than this. This is kind of me just building here, but in the bootcamp you actually see step by step how to build any algorithm. And other than that, I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next video.